Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric here with Iraq Veteran 8888. All right, you guessed it, more 2A news, and there's a lot of hinky stuff going on with the force reset triggers. All right, I've got an article here from John Crump that I want to read, and look, I'm trying to keep you guys informed of what's going on. John does a great job. He's got a lot of industry insiders, a lot of folks that are helping get this information out, a lot of honorable people that are trying to leak some of this information. So this article, it reads, new leak gives information on force reset trigger confiscation. All right, this was written on August 23rd. Mr. John Crump over here on Ammo Land. Make sure you're checking out John's website. He's a really good dude. We talk almost every day, okay? We've been staying in touch a lot, and I would definitely urge you to check out his content. He's a great guy. Before we get started, I would like to thank our friends at Sightmark. Look, they have some fantastic digital night vision, and it's real affordable too. You know, their red dots hold up pretty good. Their rifle scopes, you know, they are an entry-level budget type of arrangement when it comes to their optics, but they are fantastic. And again, like that digital night vision, I really am probably going to end up doing a video on the particular scopes that they make because they hold up great. And all the folks I've been talking to have been telling me that those Sightmark night vision optics are the way to go, especially for somebody that is not looking to spend a ton of money. Check them out, Sightmark. I'll put a link to the description to their website down in the description box below. But check them out, Sightmark Optics, and definitely check out that night vision. Totally worth looking into. All right, we're going to get into this. All right, starts out with an editor's note. ATF leakers have come forward and provided Ammo Land News information that ATF agents used controlled buys to acquire the seller's information, then pressured sellers to turn over their customer information. Okay, this has been an ongoing drama here, guys. Washington, D.C., the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives crackdown on force reset triggers is continuing, and now Ammo Land News has been able to get additional information from sources inside the Bureau. While some of the ATF's visits can be seen as aggressive, such as an Indiana man who purportedly felt he needed to turn over his entire AR-15, other visits involve far more sympathetic ATF agents. The special agents who act sympathetic do not seem like they want to be at the target's house, and sometimes will go as far as saying they don't want to agree with that order. Some of these special agents might be using remorse as a technique to build a rapport with the target, but in some cases, it is genuine remorse. One of these agents spoke to Ammo Land News on the condition of anonymity, giving the gun community an insight into the ATF's actions. Wow. That's pretty interesting, right? I mean, this isn't the 90s anymore, okay? And you've got situations where some folks within the FBI, I doubt the CIA, but you got folks within the FBI, the ATF that are coming forward and trying to leak things because they don't like what they're seeing inside their department. Not good. The order to take the triggers came from the ATF headquarters to field offices nationwide. The field offices were supplied with a list of force reset trigger purchasers. The only brand and make of triggers the Ammo Land source has been listed is the rare breed FRT 15. Other force reset trigger brands could be listed, but our sources list that ATF HQ provided just had the rare breed triggers. This is a possibility that this disparity is due to the market share held by the rare breed FRT 15. Ammo Land News has not been able to track down with any other triggers, or track down anyone with any other triggers visited by the ATF, except for a man arrested on multiple machine gun charges who also had a Tommy trigger. All triggers listed for confiscation were purchased through gun broker auctions. These purchases were from multiple sellers on the website. The source did not know how the ATF headquarters acquired all the purchasers' information. The ATF could have tracked numerous sellers and got the customers' information from them. At least some of the information could have been obtained by using controlled buys from the sellers targeted on Gunbroker. Then the ATF could have pressured the sellers to turn over the information. Ammo Land News reached out to Gunbroker for the previous article, but still hasn't gotten a response. Although some triggers confiscated were purchased from Rare Breed, the ATF agents seemed to have less information on those purchases. The ATF did not provide dates, order numbers, or other identifiable information about the purchases from the Rare Breed website. The agent could have been fishing for information or used something the purchaser said to guess that the owner purchased a trigger directly from Rare Breed. With the gun broker purchases, the agents had the seller's names, transaction dates, and other identifiable information. The special agents do not have discretion whether to contact the buyer or not. The order from ATF HQ demanded the field offices act. The ATF special agents were instructed to persuade the owner to turn over the triggers. While some agents are honest with gun owners and even give them a couple of days to decide what to do with the triggers, others have lied to the target. Law enforcement officers are not under any obligation to be honest. Wow. One threat that has been used is the responding ATF agent threatening to get a warrant. According to our source, as of now, this is an empty threat. Some agents have also threatened to file charges if the triggers are not turned over. As of now, this seems like a scare tactic. ATF HQ did not list the next steps if the gun owner doesn't turn over the triggers other than noting the case. This doesn't mean a search warrant will not be executed at a future time or charges will not be filed down the road. But the ATF will not execute a search warrant or arrest the owner as quickly as some ATF agents imply. The best bet for owners of Rare Breed triggers is to exercise their right to remain silent and contact an attorney. It's absolutely right. If somebody comes to the door, you don't have to answer. If they don't have a warrant, they can't enter your home. And look, that's the thing. The absolute best thing you can do is shut your dang mouth. Don't answer the freaking door. And if they're serious enough and they got a warrant, they'll be back with a warrant. But until that day comes, don't talk to them, because all they're trying to do is come up with a reason to arrest you. That's the only reason law enforcement talks to you, is to gather more information to arrest you. That's it. Zip it. Shut your mouth. Don't say anything. Don't answer the door. It doesn't matter if the dogs are raising hell. Doesn't matter. Don't answer the door. Don't talk to them. Get your lawyer involved. Get a lawyer. So there's a lot of kind of random things going on with all of this stuff, okay? When you see how emboldened the ATF has gotten, now that Stephen Dittelbach is the director, of course, now, they're doing a lot more now that they've got more direction from headquarters, okay? They were kind of in a situation before, I suppose, without any real leadership at the organization, or at least leadership that wanted to actually do anything. And right now, crime is way down, right? Crime's at an all-time low. What do you keep seeing in the news, right? All right? You keep seeing good guys shooting bad guys with guns. Now, what does that make bad guys do? It makes them go, wow, we need to choose another profession because this isn't good for our health. Well, they don't have anything else to do, so they might as well screw with law-abiding gun owners, right? So, I hope that this all gets settled in court in some way that makes everybody whole. It's just terrible to see a situation where, just some form of technology. I mean, if they can go after a trigger because of its unique characteristics, then what's to say that down the road they don't say, well, a guy like me or Jerry can get behind a Geisley trigger, a single-stage Geisley trigger, and shoot it almost as fast as a machine gun just with my finger, right? That it sounds like a machine gun, and it must be a machine gun. So the issue with giving them complete ability to just make things up out of thin air is that, guess what? They're going to make things up out of thin air. They're going to find a way. They're going to, use some sort of, they're going to read between the lines in the law and figure out a way to make it work in their favor for them to infringe on people's rights. I mean, there's never been a more important time for people to be armed, right? There's a lot of dangerous things going on in our society. Now, crime is down. That's great. I'm glad to see it. But here we are. It's an election year. Things are going to get crazy. It doesn't matter how the election goes for the midterms. Something crazy is going to happen, right? Some people are going to riot and loot, and it's just always going to happen. Someone's not going to get their way. Someone's going to be upset, and it's just going to turn into, a bad situation. It's always smart to be armed, right? And that's outside of necessarily, this force reset trigger issue. But I wanted to share this information because I thought it'd be pertinent to some of you. Maybe some of you own these triggers. Perhaps you don't, whatever. But whatever the case is, talk to your lawyer, get good legal counsel, get good advice. Don't answer the door. Don't talk to law enforcement. That's the best policy. Look, I know we're all nice people and we want to be accommodating, right? I get that. But you ain't talking about a nice person who wants to be accommodating. You're talking about a person who would give anything to put an extra notch in their belt and to climb the political ladder, right, within the organization and arrest you and ruin your life over something that is trivial. That's the kind of people you're dealing with. Don't give them a chance. Just simply don't engage. Don't talk to them. Don't answer the door. Don't do it. All right. Have yourselves a great day. Many more videos on the way. Go over to Ballistic Ink and pick yourself up a snazzy new t-shirt. That's one way you can support our videos directly if you wish to. Don't forget to check out Sightmark. Really great stuff. Check out that digital night vision. I think you'd be really impressed with it for the money. Really, really great entry-level night vision optic. Many more videos on the way. We'll see you guys soon.